My next guest isn't on the field anymore because when he was in the NFL, roaming the field, nobody was scoring. He was taking the ball and running it back, okay? 3-time All-Pro corner. Yeah, that's right. You nod, Chris Harris Jr. Yeah, that was you. You were a member of the 2010s All-Decade team. You were with us. How are you? And congrats to the Broncos.
Doing good, doing good. How you doing today?
I'm really, really good. I want to get into this Denver team that is winners of like 1 million straight. They're playoff bound, I think. Last night, 6 sacks, 10 points allowed. You played for Vance Joseph back in 2017, Chris. What are you seeing out there when you're watching these games in terms of how he's been able to transform this unit into a top 5D?
He's turned them into attacking defense. Right now, he's sending a lot of pressure. He sends guys from everywhere, the corners, the nickels, the safeties. Everybody gets a chance to blitz. And when you get a chance to get your name called, you want to make a play, and that's what everybody's doing. They had forced turnovers yesterday, able to get a lot of pressure on the rookie quarterback and really go down into a hostile environment and dominate them. So I'm really proud of the way they came out there and played today, or yesterday.
Playoff team, how far can they go?
Right now it's going to be tough. They got to get the second spot, and you know KC right now they're rolling undefeated. But that's a team they know they can beat. The Broncos I don't believe they're scared of the Chiefs anymore. So it's going to be a good matchup. The Chargers are actually they're very surprising. Yeah. You know, I think Coach Harbaugh has made them very disciplined. They've cleaned up a lot of mistakes of which, you know, they've done in the past, and they found an identity. Running the football, play action with Herbert, and it's been working, playing solid defense. So it's pretty much a 3-headed race right there. You
got the Broncos helmet back of you. Of course, you're known as a legend there. You also did play for the Chargers. If you could right now finish the season, go back on the field and pick one of those two teams, Chargers or Broncos, where are you going?
Oh, I'll go to the Broncos right now because I know Vance Joseph's system. So I could go right in and play. You know, I know all his system. I know his calls. I know exactly what they're doing out there. So it's easy for me to really watch their film and study them and see what they're doing because, you know, it's a lot of the same stuff that when I played.
It's so funny that you're saying that because I think there's a narrative out there that Vance Joseph has evolved, that he's changed. Yeah. Do you see that or not at all?
No, I don't think he's changed. I think he's just getting better with his play calling, you know. And he has a great D-line with Zach Allen leading the way. And guys are just playing, you know, making plays. You know, a lot of times it's not really the players make the coaches. You know, guys just make the plays, right? You can call the same defense every time. And if guys don't make the plays, you're going to make the coach look bad. So right now they're making them look good. They're getting a lot of pressure. I don't think he's evolved because he was very aggressive. We blitzed a lot when he coached me. So I see him doing the exact same thing and continue to I think they're like one of the top teams in the league and getting pressure on quarterbacks. So if they can continue to do that, continue to run the football good like they did yesterday to help Bo Nix, it's going to be tough for them to be out.
I think maybe people are looking at Vance Joseph changing because he's doing it, the defense is doing it. These players, these aren't household names. Chris Harris Jr. isn't out there. Talib isn't out there. SURTAIN wasn't out there. And there's some, even when they had SURTAIN, best corner in the league, generational talent, amazing. These are not like dudes that we would think would be putting up this kind of numbers, this kind of support for their offense. Like, so it's kind of, I was looking at Vance like he must be doing something crazy different or crazy right. But these players are really stepping up when they should. Is there a guy that we need to be giving love to? Because the fact that they were able to do it without SURTAIN, who is the one big name, who's the person we should be talking about more?
Yeah. Oh, Riley Moss. I think his counterpart opposite him. You know, I think he's playing great. He started a little shaky, you know, but this is kind of his rookie year. And he's improving every week. He's bigger than, you know, you never realize how big guys are and how tall and prototypical guys, you know, at the corner position until you go see him. So I got to go see him, see his body movement. And I think he's going to have a hell of a career. You know, him and SURTAIN is going to be a nice duo. Jaquan McMillan, the nickel, which he caused an interception last night, which Broncos scored on last night. He just makes plays. He the way I used to tackle and be aggressive and try to take away the middle. I feel like he's one of those top guys. He has to be in the top 3 in the nickel, you know, around the league. So I think he should get a lot more notice. And also Zach Allen, you know, I think he should be up for All-Pro. He should be up for All-Pro for the pressure he's causing in the middle. You know, he's making an impact. He looks kind of like J.J. Watt sometimes.
Really? I love to hear that. I mean, we were hearing a lot about, I was sitting with Surtain in training camp in Cortland talking about Riley Moss, and he wasn't being talked about a lot, but I could tell by the way Sean was talking about him that he was going to get, he was given the Jason Sehorn comps, all of that. So, but Chris, I know you're laughing, but it's a thing, right? But you giving him love is huge.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like his game. I think he's getting better, and that's what I like to see. You want to see guys improve each week, and he struggled early, I think, versus the run and a little bit on the line, but he's improving every week, and that's what you want to see. I could see Pat. Surtain is probably the most disciplined corner in the league. That goes along with his fundamentals. So he's helping them, bringing them that phase of his game. And it's slowing down. So I love the Broncos secondary. I love what they're doing right now. And Zach Allen, he's really the leader right now. Zach Allen, he's the guy that everybody should take notice up front when they watch the Broncos front seven.
I called Surtain. Never mind. Surtain, I mean, he's amazing. We want him back. He's like generational. There's nothing to even talk about with him. I wanted to ask you just a little bit about some other things going on around the league. We have this return of Saquon, right? Saquon's going to MetLife on Sunday. He said he doesn't expect to be booed by Giants fans. He actually told ESPN, maybe I'm naive, but I'm pretty sure fans don't care anymore. Now, as a man who's gone from one division rival to another, is Saquon being a little naive?
I think he'll get booed. I think he will. Because he went to the Eagles, that's like a deep-hearted rivalry right there.
Yeah.
So I think he gets booed and because he's going to have the ball so many times and don't let him score, he's probably going to have a crazy, celebration. So I think right now he's just, he's playing Mr. Good Guy. But, you heard what Tiki, what was it? Was that Tiki Barber? Right? He was like, you're dead to me, right?
Yeah, so, there was a lot of that
going
on. Well, not just Tiki.
If he said that, yeah, if he said that, then how do you think the fans are going to feel? They're even worse, So he's definitely going to get booed.
I think Saquon scores 2 touchdowns in this game.
They're going to try to do whatever they can to stop the run, right, and make them throw. And I think A.J. Brown being back is going to open up the whole run game.
Okay.
Open it up for Hurt. So that's what they need. They need those guys to get healthy. And Saquon, I mean, he's right there. He's having a hell of a season so far.
Who wins this game?
Nice.
Who wins this game? You're seeing it here. It's at Giants. Saquon's return. You're seeing the line.
The Eagles.
Eagles? All right. Eagles win on the road.
By 3?
Yeah.
I give them 3 points. I'll take that bet.
Okay, you take that back. Okay, I love that. Okay, I want to ask you about Davante Adams. Obviously, he's got Aaron back. Garrett Wilson's on the other side. Let's see. I'm looking at what you did against them. I want to look at that. You played against them twice in your career, okay? Famously held Rodgers to 77. Look at you. I love that you can say that. Yep. What a dunk. You held Rodgers to 77 yards in one game. Rodgers threw 22 passes against you in 2015, just 77 yards, which we love. What do you make of the Davante Adams addition? And, like, where does it, seeing those two on the field together, what happens in your brain?
They just have that chemistry, and they have that, it's something that you can do on the field, and it could be sign language, it could be, something like this, or it could be a head nod, they just have that quick, chemistry, and that's what it takes to win. You got to have guys that you're comfortable with, and I think he's very comfortable with Davante Adams. Him and Mike Williams didn't look like they had a good relationship, right? It didn't look like they did any practice, or it didn't look like Aaron believed in him. So, playing with Mike, he was always a great receiver, always a talented guy, but, he just probably didn't fit in with Aaron Rodgers. So I think Adams is going to be a nice trade.
Yeah.
You get a guy that he knows. I just don't know how Garrett Wilson feels,
Yeah.
Because I feel like he wants to be the number one guy, and he just, it just hadn't happened for him this year, So hopefully Davante Adams can come in there and make plays, because they need something big to happen in New York.
Do you think he will? Do you have faith? Do you think they win this game against the Steelers?
Oh, that's a tough game right there. I think the Steelers win.
Really?
I'm going with Russell Wilson, and I'm going with the Steelers defense. I think the Jets' offensive line is just very bad either way it goes. Aaron Rodgers doesn't get a lot of time to throw. But I like the Steelers defense. It's at Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with T.J. Watt, and I'm rolling with Russell Wilson this week.
You still have faith in Russ? Tell me. Talk to me.
I think he can still he's still a starting quarterback. right? I don't think he should be a backup, especially when you have 26 touchdowns, 8 picks last year, right? I'm glad we got Bo Nix.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad the Broncos got Bo Nix, but Russell Wilson to say he's a backup, I think that's a stretch, right? He's still a quality, solid starting quarterback. So I think he's, but I like Justin Fields too.
Okay.
Being 4-2, right? That means something. That means you should have a chance to be able to keep your job. But Russell, you know, winning the Super Bowl, he has the accolades. You know, sometimes you got to put that ahead.
You're calling the Steelers win just because Aaron Rodgers is easy for you. You doing that to Aaron Rodgers is when everybody turned their head and said, oh, this is a no-fly zone. This is no joke. And then you went and won the Super Bowl. I remember. We appreciate you, Chris Harris Jr. Thank you so much for your picks, for your championship pedigree that you're adding, and for putting some respect on Riley's name.
Come on, man. Riley Moss, man.
That's your guy. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.